welcome to the Daily Dragonfly. Today we're going to be experimenting with paint and just paint blobs. What you see here is I am using some lovely Blick metallic teal color here, and we're just going to try some. I'm going to put some blobs around. I had a little exploding tube action happen with that, so I'm just going to use up what I've got. But what you want to do here too is you're going to need some sort of flexible straight edge. So this is just a squeegee I got at Home Depot or anywhere. You could use an old credit card. You could use a piece of cardboard that's flexible that you've got a nice straight edge. And what we're going to do is just put some paint down here. I'm just going to get a few colors on here. Since I did have the exploding issue with the teal, we're going to just put a blob of green there. And I'm going to put a blob of blue right in the middle. That's a pretty good blob. So these are all just fun. Now what we're going to do is just see what happens when we just pull this across. So what I want to do first is I'm just going to set down my squeegee, and I'm just going to kind of pull that color through the paint. And just like I'm doing a window, I'm just rotating it around and applying more of that color across the little canvas surface there. You'll see I've got a lot of nice color there, and I'm not going to waste that. I'm going to take that right off with my finger, and I'm going to put it onto my palette over here off camera, because I think that'll be fun as we just have fun and experiment. Okay, so that gave me, with that squeegee, a really fun, nice, flat base layer. So I'm just going to wipe that squeegee down. Piece of paper toweling here, and I don't care if it's perfect, right? I'm just going to use a different color here, so I'm going to set that aside for a minute. I'm even going to take some paper toweling because it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not interested in that. There we go. All right, now I'm going to take my warm colors. I'm just going to dance a few of these around. So let's put a little orange here and a little orange there. Now, a lot of people online have been making really pretty little paintings, and you know, they pull it and it's like a little flower pot or a person or whatever. I'm not getting that technical. I just want to try a different, cool way to do a background that takes very little time and is fun. So there, we've got those paint blobs down, and now we're just going to pull again. All right, so I'm going to pull this across this time like that, and I'm going to just use the paint I've got and go down. Look at that. That is groovy, huh? I'm going to just smooch it. Look at that. Kind of like a rainbow. And you can decide what you like better. Like, you know, the pure colors that were on there, or this really kind of fun rainbow background I got going on here. And yes, it's messy, and that's okay. Look at that. Look at that fun color. So I'm just going to kind of go ahead, finger paint some of that on there, because you don't have to just leave it as a flat background. I don't know what this is going to turn into, but right now, we're just going to have fun finger painting. I love to use my fingers. It's a great way to learn how to paint and just experiment with different colors. Pull all that beautiful, yummy pigment off that. Yay! So fun. Okay, now we're going to bring that back in alignment there. Okay, if you're like me, I got super messy, so I went ahead and cleaned off my squeegee, and I cleaned off basically my hands. But you can see all that fun color. And those little finger paint swooshies or swirls, whatever you want to call them. Love that. I'm going to go ahead. I think I'm going to take some paint off. This is another fun thing, if you've never done it, is to take the back end of your sharp end of a paintbrush and kind of go through that. Remember when, I don't know if you did this when you were little kids, but remember you used to take crayons and create this real pretty all colorful background, and then you'd cover it all with a black crayon and then scratch through it. That's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of scratching through those big paint blobs that are still wet. And you can see it's bringing me down to the other colors that were below. Fun! I love that. Okay, so that's just add another element of interest. Now you could use the edge of like I said, the point of your paintbrush, or you could use a palette knife, whatever you have available to do that. Go for it. Just try it. Just experiment and have fun with the paint. That's what this week is all about, is just playing with paint and seeing what we can do with it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let this dry. And then, yep, we're going to get painting something on top of it and see what we can create. Now that we've created all this fun texture, some fun colors, see how they drive back, and you know, what we want to experiment with tomorrow on the Daily Dragonfly. So thanks for stopping by. Here's a fun short. Remember, you can use squeegees, you can use old credit cards, you can use old chunks of cardboard, anything that's got a flexible edge. Just go for it and just start smearing paint and see what you like. Now, some of these colors, I'm like, meh, I kind of like them, I kind of don't. But what I do like is some of these darker tones, and where that shiny iridescent paint is really kind of a nice base for something else. So tune in tomorrow as we continue to play with paint, see what we can create, and just have some fun. So that's been the Daily Dragonfly, and I will see you at the canvas. Yay, have a great day.